everyone, welcome to Morning Laziness. This is Nilima Case. Today we are bringing to you an interview session with Ms. Sherrel Sampson. Morning Laziness is an online magazine dedicated to women. It showcases various articles, personal life stories, and interview sessions on different matters concerning women. And today our interviewee, Ms. Sherrel, happens to be the CEO and founder of Canviiy. So let us welcome our interviewee. Hello, Sherrel.
Hi, how are you today? I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you for inviting me on your amazing platform and look forward to chatting with you further.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to have you here on board. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm based in Tampa, Florida, so it's not as sunny as I would like. It's a little cool outside, which is 50. I don't know if that's cool to you, but it's cool to us. So I'm having a fantastic day so far. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Well, mine is going pretty well too.
Awesome.
Right.
Where are you based?
Right. Well, I'm from Dubai.
Okay, awesome. Wow, that's great.
Right. So now how do you normally begin your day?
So I normally begin my day by actually starting off with a bike ride around the neighborhood to kind of get my juices going, start off with a little movement. And then I actually take some time to sort of meditate and pray, spend time in my Bible, and just kind of set my day, from a spiritual standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And what made you smile today?
What made me smile? Just the fact that I got up with good health. I know as we are in this COVID era, many individuals don't have that opportunity. So I'm just thankful for another day and more importantly, good health every day. Absolutely.
That sounds great. Now let's move on to some questions about Canviiy, as I'm more eager to know about what exactly this platform is all about. Well, so you could start off with introducing Canviiy to our women readers.
Yes, absolutely. So Canviiy is actually a health and wellness brand, and particularly we specialize in premium scalp care. And what's particularly neat about us is the fact that not only we have distribution in mass and drug retail, including CVS, we also have distribution. We're launching in Sally Beauty stores this year, also JCPenney. But we also have partnerships in the healthcare space. So with Moffitt Cancer Center, and they're ranked in the number one percentile, 1% in the United States for cancer treatment. And so it's just been a blessing working with their teams. And then also we do business in travel retail. So we're currently in airports. And of course, we do e-commerce. And so we have a very unique business model, but more importantly, it's about keeping that customer centric, right? And it's so interesting. When we first got into this business, we thought we were actually in the beauty business. And what we later learned is we were in the liberation business because we were liberating women and men alike from the frustration and the agony of dealing with scalp irritation. So it's definitely been a great journey indeed.
That sounds brilliant. Now, what are your latest collections through Canviiy?
Yeah, great question. So when we initially launched, we launched with a Scout Bliss itch calming serum, and that's our hero product. And what's special about that for individuals, women and men alike, if you're dealing with scalp irritation, you have itchy, dry scalp, it's something you've dealt with, or even if you have sunburned scalp, right? As we head into spring and summer months, those individuals that maybe have to deal with that when they're traveling or during their vacation, it's perfect for that. And so we have an entire ScalpBliss collection, which includes our itch calming serum. We also have an amazing foam treatment for those of you that deal with flakes and dandruff and product buildup. Also, that line contains growth serum, a restorative growth serum, which includes sea minerals and has amazing vitamins and organic herbs, as well as we recently launched a shampoo and a conditioner that's based in organic aloe vera. It's infused with turmeric. It has biotin, just really, really great stuff, and also a scalp balm that we're excited about because it's petroleum free, and it's very rare to find a petroleum free scalp balm or grease or oil in the market today. And so really, really proud of the assortment and excited for your audience to learn more about it.
Mm-hmm. That sounds great. Now, if you see most of your products are sounded with curing scalp related issues, so what do you think exactly is the actual reason for dry, itchy scalp?
hmm Great question. So one of the things I will share, we don't necessarily cure it, but what we can say, we can soothe it and we can make it feel better, right? And so there are individuals that were just honestly born with it, right? So you're born with maybe some type of scalp condition, whether it's psoriasis, burnt dermatitis, eczema, etc., right? That's something you just have to deal with on a daily basis. And so some people are just simply born with it. And then you can have individuals that are dealing with different climates, right? So depending on the climate, that can induce a dry, itchy scalp. For those living in Canada, is really different from those living in Florida, et cetera. And so one, you're battling those environmental factors. Also, a dry, itching scalp can be induced by your hairstyle, right? Depending on if you have extensions, if you have protective styling, if you just keep your hair tight and don't allow that airflow to actually flow through your scalp. And so there are many different reasons. Also, as I mentioned, we do business in healthcare. And so, those women and men that are going through chemotherapy, it can be induced by medications and or those treatments. And so, again, we're just happy that our products are well versed for different ethnicities and different populations in which it can serve and still be effective.
Right. Now, what are the Scalp Bliss benefits?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for the entire line is called Scout Bliss, but in particular for our hero product, as I mentioned, so some of the benefits about our itch calming serum is the fact that it's extremely lightweight. So oftentimes when you're dealing with scalp products in particular, they can be heavy, they can weigh your hair down, they can clog your pores, and our product in particular does not do that. In addition to that, it's infused with amazing botanical ingredients. So it has organic aloe vera, also infused with lavender, also has jojoba, which mimics the sebum on your scalp, also contains witch hazel, just manuka honey as well. So it has great ingredients. It's really going to give you those nutrients and those essentials to give you a healthy, balanced scalp. What's also special about it in terms of benefits is the fact that it's extremely long lasting. So again, when using a scalp product in particular, it may work for 30 minutes, an hour. Our product in particular works for 3 to 4 days, no itching sensation whatsoever. And so I am my own customer, right? So when we started to build this, I'm like, hey, can we make something that is extremely long lasting? Can we make something that has phenomenal ingredients and something that truly works and something that doesn't weigh down your hair? So a combination of all of those attributes really give strong, amazing benefits for our consumers.
Right. Now, talking about ingredients, since most of your products are organic based, in fact, all, what are some of the vital ingredients you use to prepare them?
Yeah, great question. So for Canviiy, we look at it's not just putting ingredients just to put it, just to say we have it. It's really looking at the synthesis of the ingredients, right? If we add aloe vera plus turmeric, how will this benefit the scalp? If we add aloe vera, witch hazel, how will that soothe inflammation that may exist depending on the individual's current scalp condition, right? And so for us, it's looking at the synthesis of the ingredients to make sure that they work. And so by doing research, by working with our chemists and our teams, we're looking at how they're going to perform together and ultimately drive that efficacy. And that ultimately helps us make the decisions of what we're going to infuse in all of our formulations.
Mm-hmm. That sounds great. Well, now what magic can the Nourish Calm Natural Cleansing Bar perform?
Yes. So it's interesting. So as we started to grow our brand, we started to hear from customers, right? Because honestly, if you have a problematic scalp, you probably have problematic skin. And so our customers started to say, well, what do you have for the body? And we were like, well, we don't have anything just yet. But you know what? We're going to use all of the amazing ingredients that we have and infuse it into a body bar. And so our Nourish and Calm cleansing bar is infused with all of those ingredients I just shared, from the aloe vera to the lavender, but we took it a step further. We actually infused it with chamomile, right, to really soothe and calm the body. And also we have calendula as well. That is, again, really great for the skin and great for the body. And so that came as a direct, that product or that formulation came as a direct result of hearing from our customers, receiving that feedback, and building products and solutions based on what they demanded.
Great. Now, as a female entrepreneur, did you find it challenging to establish this brand in this industry particularly?
Not necessarily. And the reason I say that is because I have 15 plus years in corporate marketing experience. And in addition to that, I have experience in the beauty space, right? So no, it definitely hasn't been easy, but I think that gave me a leg up in terms of knowing how to build a brand from the ground up, in terms of thinking about the formulations, thinking about the branding, thinking about the marketing. How do you build a supply chain? How do you communicate to your customers what the benefits are? Granted, it's definitely been grassroots from the very beginning. But for me, I would say because I had experience, it was a little bit easier, not easy, but a little bit easier navigating which steps I should take, and also figuring out how do we avoid some of those big pitfalls as a new entrepreneur.
Right. Now, where do you see Canviiy in the next 10 years?
Yes. So in the next 10 years, I definitely see us being a global brand. I see us in Dubai, on the shelves of Dubai. I see us definitely being in the Caribbean. I'm originally from the Bahamas. So I would hope that, we become a global brand, and not just in retail, but also in healthcare, right? How do we become the number one scalp solution within, cancer centers across the entire world, United States and across the world, and also have a really good footprint in travel retail. So, having those visitors that are constantly looking for that Scout Bliss collection as they walk through airports is definitely a vision that I have for the brand, and one that we're currently embarking on, and which I'm very proud of.
Right. And I'm very much eager to get my hands on one of your products as soon as you extend your production towards Dubai as well.
Absolutely. That sounds great.
Right. Now, lastly, what do you think this world needs the most?
So I think the world needs more humility. And I'm talking from an entrepreneur standpoint. So as we start to grow and as we start to achieve success, I don't know why, but some people switch on the self-made hat. And so for me, that's a constant value that I reinforce with our team as we start to grow, as we start to see success. Continue to have that humility towards customers, towards your peers, but more importantly, towards yourself, because I believe as quickly as you can grow and achieve success, as quickly as you can fail. And so remaining humble throughout the journey, no matter how large and how grand the successes are, I think are going to be key. So that's something that I definitely think in this world we need more of.
Right. So on that note, we come to the end of this interview session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time and patience. And thank you, audience. Hope you loved this session.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. And be sure to visit Canviiy at canviiy.com. Thank you.